Okay, 1 Enoch 28 through 31. And from there I went towards the east into the midst of the mountain range of the desert, and I saw a wilderness, and it was solitary, full of trees and plants. And water gushed forth from above, rushing like a copious watercourse which flowed towards the northwest. It caused clouds and dew to ascend on every side. And from there I went to another place in the desert, and I approached to the east of this mountain range. And there I saw aromatic trees exhaling the fragrance of frankincense and myrrh, and the trees also were similar to the almond tree. And beyond these I went afar to the east, and I saw another place, a valley full of water, and therein was a tree, the color and fragrant trees such as the mastic. And on the sides of those valleys I saw fragrant cinnamon. And beyond these I proceeded to the east, and I saw other mountains, and amongst them were groves of trees. And there flowed forth from the nectar, which is named Sarara and Gabanum. And beyond these mountains I saw another mountain to the east of the ends of the earth, wherein were aloe trees, and all the trees were full of staked, being like almond trees. And when one burned it, it smelt sweeter than any fragrant odor. Context explained. The garden. Enoch gets a further tour of the Garden of Eden, witnessing its vast, uninhibited spaces with beautiful land, mountains, and trees. These spaces are called wilderness because no man or animal inhabits them since Adam and the animals were expelled from the garden hundreds of years earlier. Enoch is being shown the greater regions of the kingdom of the garden. The area where Adam and Eve dwelt was a designated area compared to the entire walled-off kingdom from which they were later driven out. Supporting scriptures. And the Lord God planted a garden in Eden in the east, where he placed the man he had formed. Out of the ground the Lord gave growth to every tree that is pleasing to the eye and good for food. And in the middle of the garden were the tree of life and the tree of knowledge of good and evil. Now a river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it branched into 4 headwaters. That's Genesis 2:8. For the Lord will comfort Zion and will look with compassion on all her ruins. He will make her wilderness like Eden and her desert like the garden of the Lord. Joy and gladness will be found in her, thanksgiving and melodious song. Isaiah 51:3. Then they will say, this land that was desolate has become like the Garden of Eden. The cities that were once ruined, desolate, and destroyed are now fortified and inhabited. Ezekiel 36:35. Now a river flowed out of Eden to water the garden, and from there it branched into 4 headwaters. Genesis 2:10. That's it.